It's November 6th, says my cue card. I'm reading our teleprompter.
I'm on there too, by the way, telling you what to do.
You are telling me what to do. Just don't make any finger gestures telling me where to go.
Wow.
Then I'll be drawing the line.
It was a
somewhere.
polite finger.
It was a polite finger. It wasn't that finger.
It was that finger, but it was horizontal, not
all right,
vertical.
This is the Jim and Terry Show, and we are still talking about things that we find interesting because we're just two retired guys with a coffee, sitting down in the hobbit hole with two microphones, listening to each other's banter, and we decided to press record instead of just say, hey, that was a nice chat we had this morning. Thanks for coming. Thanks for going.
Yeah, well, the truth of the matter is we don't shut up. We're only recording a third of what we're actually saying.
Now, I think my wife might agree with you.
Yeah. Not just me, though I am very chatty. You and me talk in between the shows constantly. We don't stop talking.
We talked about probably producing 12 shows for every 6 that we do.
Probably.
We're talking 12, but producing 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a gift to the gab, my friend. And for you, it's legit because
I kissed the Blarney Stone.
You did, and you kissed it twice and upside down or something.
Yeah, upside down is how you have to do it. I kissed it twice. Everybody's laughing.
Yeah,
and then when I was leaving, the guy said, we all pee on that rock.
Yes, I heard that story. So there you go. Whatever it is that's causing this verbal outburst, we are guilty of it. My heritage is also partly Irish as well. So I'm thinking we come by this gift of the gab legitimately, genetically. For you traveled there and kissed the stone. I haven't done that.
Well, I'm supposed to be Scottish heritage.
Well, you got that.
But I went there and kissed the Blarney Stone twice. It's a whole story which we can't waste right now.
Well, we're going to talk about Carney and the budget because that's the latest thing. We like to diversify a bit. We rant and rave a little bit and explore things going on in the South because, as Pierre Elliott Trudeau once said, to have relationships with the United States is like being in bed with an elephant, no matter how kindly tempered the beast intends to be. We feel every twitch.
Yeah, I think I said it best. Canada and the United States are in the midst of a divorce.
Yeah.
And divorces cost a lot of money, take a lot of time and effort, and sometimes you never get over it. And so wrapping that up with the Carney budget, what we have to do is something we haven't had to do for 150 years.
This is a wartime budget.
It's a wartime budget. It is. And because we are divorcing the United States and have to, not our fault, Trump's fault, but we have to divorce them because the genie's out of the lamp or whatever. We know the intentions of Trump and obviously his cabinet. We know their intentions. They want to destroy Canada and take it over. And that might be just Trump doing what he did, but it's not Canada alone. The whole world is readjusting. But we trusted our friends in the South. We just like Carney said, we have been betrayed. And once you're betrayed, you can never go back to that relationship thinking it's normal. You can't. So it's never going to be the same. Carney's right. It's over. It's time to move on, and it's going to cost a lot of money and a lot of years of planning. I got a divorce and I ended up buying my house 3 different times, so.
I was going to say, this wartime budget is since the Second World War that Canada has been slowly integrating our industries with the United States until at this point, the automobile industry cannot be pulled apart. It's so integrated in terms of manufacturing. This part goes to that part, goes to, all the things, the inputs going into the assembly of the final vehicle and where that vehicle is destined to be sold is so integrated and so timed that I doubt the United States is going to escape this divorce unscathed, though they are the perpetrator.
Well, they're the perpetrator, and let's look at it this way. Let's say we sell $40 billion into the United States in the car industry. We buy $90 billion. So if we stop buying American cars and start buying Toyota, Datsun, whatever you want to buy, that's going to hurt the American economy. So they can move all kinds of things all over they want, but Japan doesn't want their cars.
Hyundai doesn't.
They don't want their cars. Yeah. And now Suzuki's, as I understand, leaving the United States.
So that's 3, Toyota, Hyundai, and Suzuki.
So and Canada now, they're working on deals with these other countries. But please, Canadians, understand things take time. They're not like Trump makes it out that you just make an agreement. He has agreements. He doesn't have contracts. He just has agreements, and everybody knows that in Trump's agreements you have to stick to it, but he does not.
Do you remember Carney went to? He went to two things: the ASEAN, ASEAN meeting of Southeast Asian trading partners, and he went to APAC. I think it's the Asian Pacific something. Anyway, two big conferences, one in Seoul and one, I'm not even sure where it was hosted. But in both places, he was greeted royally.
Yeah, because he is
better than Trump. I'm wondering, but
he's stability. He's stability, and he might be the connection into America, like into North America, a bridge, you might say.
I think the Americans would shut it down if we became a gateway to America. They would not like that.
No, but I meant just, we always look down on ourselves, but we are 40 million people, and I think through this, if Canadians can be patient. We're going to increase in population hugely because we're going to have some of the brain drain from the United States. We're already seeing it in heading north because of what's happening down there. Some of the industries are going to want to up here, and they may want to sell down there, which may eventually stop tariffs. Now that the people of the United States are finally getting educated, the fact that they're paying the tariffs, it's a tax. And the other thing is I even had a real mega guy say to me, why are we not buying cars from China? And I said, well, and he goes, it's because of the tariffs. I said, we put tariffs on because of the United States. Now we're going to take those tariffs off. Yeah. Yes, you can get a 10-time better car for half the price from China. I'm, for one, never thought I'd ever say this. Buy the bloody car from China. Bring them in. It's not going to change our politics. Let them be communism if that's what they want. It's up to them to change that.
My only thing about selling and buying in Chinese products would be safety. Make sure they follow the Canadian Safety Association standards. That would be my only concern.
Well, but that's going to happen.
The standards have to be met.
We can't erase that. That one of the reasons we're now starting to sell around the world is because of our standards.
Yes,
because it matches their standards.
And EU specifically. Yeah. But the Chinese market is another thing because that's state-owned industry.
Well, I think we're going to find, I've heard that they're horrible polluters, and they are. But they're also leading the way in clean energy. Yeah. So, everything takes time.
It does.
So, if in there, I bet you look at their cities. I watched the whole thing yesterday. Their advancement is far above ours. And I even said that once, 10 years ago, I saw a Chinese fighter, and I went, that is the most gorgeous jet I've ever seen. And
Except remember that most of the Chinese technology has been pirated from other countries, especially the United States.
As they said on this show I was watching, everybody steals from everybody.
Well, that's true.
If someone's got a better thing, they're going to make it.
They're going to try to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Regarding our own budget, we mentioned the difference between. You derailed my thought, my friend. We've mentioned that Doge in the United States was a chainsaw to every department in the U.S. federal government. Carney's approach is attrition, which is what you and I argued from the get-go when Doge started hacking and slashing. And we said, just age them out, buy them out, incentivize but reduce the civil service. That's a conservative position. A smaller government is better in a conservative framework.
And that's one of the things I like about the budget. But I also like the compassionate way of doing it, because it's not those workers that were, they're in a job because they were, if you like, just for argument's sake, given to them. Well, it's not their fault. You know what I mean? That the government was inefficient. So you don't just fire them. You find a way to thin that out. So I like that being in the budget, being a conservative. On the other hand, I have to also forfeit some of my conservative thinking, knowing we're in this divorce, and that, I can't buy my yacht right now. You know what I mean? Because my wife don't like me anymore, and she wants the house, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
How about incentivizing foreign investment? That's a big theme in the budget. We want to attract foreign investment so the taxpayer doesn't have to pay for all of this stuff.
We're going to have the auto plants, Terry.
Whoa, stay tuned, the Jim and
Come on
Terry
over,
Show.
Toyota.
Bye-bye for now.